the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money falls.
40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready! 10 Lobo. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Bravo. Slam. Go. Kill. Hit it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I don't think you got it, son. Now.
Throwing on second down. Jones, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Jones on first down. That'll be complete to Breida. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, a run with Breida. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
We called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
80. Let's go. 45. Hey, exit. 45. Target. Ready.
Here's Jones on third down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at the 15. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Ready, break. Protein spill.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Squeeze down the line. Smooth. 58. Mike. 5.
On first down, Hutchins. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing on first down. Hutchins going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. Open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
52 to Mike, boy. 52. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
What they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
Check 45.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Look, squeeze. Now.
They run with Breida. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Mike 34. Hey, tight. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike 34. Watch the screen.
Now.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to sling this deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
45. Mike.
Hey.
Come on, D. 45, Mike, 45. Cut.
Now Jones. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watch twist.
5.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right here.
Here's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
This is Mostert. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We go! 18 Gator. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
That's got to be a long day. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
To throw on 2nd down. Hutchins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Push him back. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. I got it. 58, boy. 58.
From the gun, Hutchins. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do bulk?
He's got him in. Complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Terry McLaurin, 85 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
I got motion, man. Leave. I got this.
Hey, lock it. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
Check 26, check 26.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Ready?
On first down, here's Breida. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shit. Check.
This is Breida. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Go.
Check. Lucky. Watch out. Shoot.
Go.
Motion.
Hey, exit.
On third down, here's Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to throw. Hutchins. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, orbit. Hey.
53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Look at me. Go. You're out. Hit it.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had before he was planted in the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
You ready? Echo.
We want this.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, punk.
Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed.
Greystone travel. Look at me, Zipper. Hey, Delta.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Bam. Now.
On third down, it's Jones. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch.
Number 50. Hey, Foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
No. 258.
Mike, 58, right there.
Watch QB.
Hey, Mike.
Watch QB drop.
And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get that ball.
26. 5.
Rodgers to throw again. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill.
Hey, turn it up.
630.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
You get it.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Raheem Mostert. It's 3rd down and 10.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
General West.
Oh, yeah.
On the book.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
You got that right there.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing is Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Inside. Hey, shoot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Back north. Check 6 guys. Hey, high 7.
Here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking 2nd half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss, because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
31. Jim.
Go.
Go.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 3, check 3. Check 43. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Switch up, switch up.
Let's go.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
This is our time, guys. This is our time.
25. Check 25. 6-6. Pull it high.
Say, 36, 36.
Ready.
Now it's Breida. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
5.
Throwing, Jones. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bravo.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Hey, let's get this, get this. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go. Check 24, check 24.
Rock it.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shit.
Yes.
53's Mike. Check 53's
Leo. Lee Griffin.
Now a give to Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready up.
At the 6-yard line.
53, Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, exit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Go, boys, let's go.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Defense, let's go.
On first down, it's Grant, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go back to Grant. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game, straight games, without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the pack. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow?
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game.
Topper! 49, check
Switch gears, switch gears.
Go.
Watch the slant.
Hit it.
On the handoff, this is...
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Now.
Jones now, operating from the gun. A dump underneath to Jones. Here's going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Scoot, scoot, scoot. It's a party now.
On the ball. On the ball. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Slam, slam. Kill, 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 kill.
Gone, gone.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's get it.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Now.
Motion, check, check, check. Shift.
Ready, ready.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Zoom, zoom. Hey, 88, 88, 88. Right there. Watch it. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey, orbit.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, echo. Over.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
First down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
On first down, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Rodgers throwing on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.